Y'all ever heard the saying, don't bite the hand that feeds you? Well, I guess a lot of people didn't hear that saying growing up. A lot of people wasn't raised correctly, apparently. Obviously. These people bit the hand that fed them. And now they're in the corner somewhere looking crazy. Now they're in the corner somewhere looking stupid. Now they're in the corner somewhere looking 10, 20 years older. Now they're in the corner looking all dried up like a prune. Now they're in the corner wishing and hoping they could spin the block and see you and touch you. People just want to have access to you at this time, even though they know that they did you wrong in the past. They bit the hand that fed them. Us as chosen ones, we have helped so many people in our lives. We tried to save so many people in our lives. And now we realize that we cannot save everyone. Once someone bites the hand that has fed them, clothed them, helped get them mentally stable, help their family, help their children, help their circumstances. We have helped people get employment. I've even helped some people do resumes because I'm really good at doing resumes. I've helped so many people do their resumes for free, didn't charge them. And some of those same people turned around and bit my hand, guys. Some of those same people turned around and became the enemy, became the op. Can you believe that? People are regretting biting your hand in this season because they see the glow and glory of God over your life. They see that you are destined to go all the way to the top. They see that you are chosen. You were handpicked by God to spread light all over this world. And there's no man, no entity, no woman, nothing that can stop what God has destined for your life. And it's a lot of people in their feels right now. It's a lot of people in their feelings right now about it. And that's all they can do is sit in the corner and be, woe is me. Instead of getting up, getting off that couch, getting to the bag, getting into their spiritual, getting into God, they sit up here worrying about you. Let's make that make sense. You bit my hand, but at the same time you mad at me because it didn't stop no show. That hate, that envy, that deceit, that betrayal, the fact that you bit the hand that fed you, it did not stop no show. If anything, it just took me to the top faster. Because now I can see what a snake really looks like. Now I can act accordingly. Now I can realize game and then I can act accordingly. A lot of people thought that them turning their backs on you was going to equal your demise. A lot of people think if they don't support you, if they don't support your business, that means your business is not going to go anywhere. That they have some influence on you going to the top. These people are out here trying to play God. When you think about it, they are really out here trying to play God if they're thinking like that they have some influence over a chosen one's life. Who are they? You wasn't with me shooting in the gym. You wasn't in the lab with me. You wasn't up early in the morning at 4 o'clock when I'm at the gym. You wasn't up late night when I'm working and researching my business and sending emails and looking at stuff for clients. You wasn't there. But somehow you want a hand in the chosen one's life. Somehow you want a hand in the chosen one's elevation and the chosen one's destiny. How can you want a piece of a chosen one's destiny when you are just there to cause havoc and hate and jealousy and envy on our lives? Let's make that make sense. These be a positive influence to this elevation of us going to the top. And then you could try to ride our coattails at that point. But a lot of people are trying to ride your coattails and hate on you at the same time. Who am I talking to on this video? They are trying to ride your coattails. They're stalking your social media. But they still want to be in your life secretly, deep down inside. When I tell you, chosen ones, we got to be vigilant at this time. You got to run a strict program at this time. You have to do everything right at this time. There is no room for error. That will be my next video. The next video I make is going to be titled, There Will Be No Room for Error. There's no room for error at this time. People are really in their feelings that you are on a come up, that you are being elevated by God, that you just keep going up and up, even though they decided to bite the hand that fed them. Man, so many people bit my hand. I fed them, whether it was physical food or helping people out any way that I can. That's all feeding a person, guys. It doesn't have to mean you buying them actual food. You fed them in their life to get to the top. You fed them in their life to get closer to God, and they turned around and bit your hand. I still can't believe it, because I would never do that to somebody. Especially somebody that is did nothing but good to me and helped me and tried to get me to the top. But a lot of people don't want your help. They want your spot. Let's talk about it. Whew. That's a whole word from God. A lot of people don't want your help. They don't want your money. They want the anointing over your life. They want the light over your life. They want the chosenness of your life. They want to be God's favorite. They want to be chosen so bad, but they do not want to put the work in. Nobody but a chosen one in God knows the work that we put in and day out. Nobody. And nobody can't tell me differently. Comment below if you made it this far in the video and say, I've been putting in that work day in and day out. In the name of Jesus. You can't want the reward without the sacrifice. People want to be number one. They want the number one first place medal without stepping foot in the gym, without training for hours and hours and hours and weeks and months and years at a time. It does not work that way. I heard of somebody say in a video, you have to live your life like you are an athlete. That's how you have to move mentally. Athletes put in that work. And they reap the rewards for that. But a lot of people want athlete status, but they over here doing bum stuff. They over here lacking. They over here slacking, but they want to be an athlete so bad. And they'll sit up there and hate on the athlete that's at the top. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, guys, they're not doing nothing with their lives. Most people are not doing anything with their lives. They're stuck in one spot. They're stuck in a loop. They're stuck in the matrix. And there's no way that we can save them. We've tried. The people that bit your hand, you tried with them. You've done all you can do. They are in God's hands at this point. They're in God's hands or the devil's hands at this point. We don't know. We ain't trying to find out. Now I know how Jesus felt. I know Jesus wanted to save everybody. I know it. I could feel it. He wanted to save everybody. But I'm sure it hurt his heart to the core to see people go down the way they did in his time and in that season. He tried to show them the light. He tried to show them the way. And they made the choice, keyword the choice, to walk down the path of darkness. And every time, that path led them to their ultimate demise. So this is a lesson for all of us, guys. Them biting your hand was probably the best thing that could have happened to you when you think about it and you look back on it and you ponder it. You do not need any fake ones, any darkness, any snakes in your grass. They had to bite your hand. It was destined for them to bite your hand, for you to realize who they really are and realize that they cannot go where you're going and you cannot save them. When you go to the top, unfortunately, you will have to look down at other people. And I don't mean look at them like and treat them poorly. I'm saying from a spiritual sense, a mental sense, you will have to look down at these people from the top and realize that you did all you can do. You're not coming off your throne for no BS. Kings and queens, chosen kings and queens, we not coming off our throne for no BS. We're not picking up our phone for no BS. We're not going to anybody's event. If you're calling our phone ring, 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 it better not be about no gossip. It better be a discussion about uplifting each other. It better be a discussion about generational wealth. It better be a discussion about business. It better be a discussion about God. It got to be a discussion about elevation overall. Something about going to the top. And this is why our phones as chosen ones are dry now, because people know they can't call your phone with that mess. Let's talk about it. You're not entertaining gossip. You're not entertaining somebody calling your phone talking about, hey, give me $20. Give me $20. Y'all remember that song? They can't do that. They know that they have to step to you correctly. You have exes in your past, whether you're in a relationship or you single, you got exes in your past right now that really want to call your phone and pour out their little mediocre heart to you. And I'm here to let you know they can't do it because you run a strict program. They know they bit your hand in the past. They see the glow up as being televised. They see God working in your life. And they know it's no way for the darkness to infiltrate. They know that. They know that. So if they know that, you need to realize your power and your light. If they can be confident in their darkness, we need to be confident in our light. And realize, okay, they bit the hand that fed them. I tried to save them. I tried to send them down the path of light and the path that God was calling me to send them. They didn't realize you are an angel in disguise. They didn't realize the blessing that they had in their life in you. And now they have to bear that for life, that you are gone, never to return again. So don't get mad or feel some type of way that these people bit your hand. When you think of these people, you don't need to have no negative emotions festering. No ill intent. It should just be a neutral, blah, kind of whatever feeling. And if you haven't hate on your heart for them, that's something you need to work on. That's something you need to check. Because God gave you a lesson in them. That's a blessing. So if you're feeling some type of way about it, you feeling negative about it, you need to check yourself. Because God was trying to save you. God was trying to tell you something. Can you imagine if these same people were in your life today? There's no way you could be the same person that you are now. Think about that. They had to bite the hand. They had to show their true colors. Some of the people that was in my life, guys, they was in my life for years, and I could not see through the demonic veil that they had over them. I just kept thinking these were my friends. These were my family. These are people that have been in my life forever. You know, you don't turn your back on those type of people. You ride or die for those type of people. You know, that's the way I was raised. But a lot of things that we were taught as children were not correct. But you won't understand that if you don't get in the room with God. Who am I talking to in this video? You will not understand that until you rise up into who you are as a chosen one. And you have to have the confidence to do that. You know the confidence you have to not spin that block? And know that it's better out there for you? Much better? Do you know how much confidence you have to cut off all ties from family members, friends? Sometimes it's even a parent, guys. And still walk this journey with your head up high, with God by your side? Chosen ones, you're a bad one. That's why they can't stand you. That's why they're in awe of you. They either can't stand you or they're in awe of you. There's no in between in this time and this season, if you haven't noticed. But in conclusion to this video, guys, they bit your hand for a reason. People are really out here, post 2020, still biting the hand that fed them when we should be coming together. Look at all this stuff going on in the world. We got inflation. We got people out here losing jobs. We got people out here just spending a little money on frivolous things that they do have. People are crashing out left and right. Stuff going on in the government. It's a whole lot of stuff going on. This is a time where people should be coming together and trying to put their resources together, trying to put their minds together to build generational wealth and take all of their lives to the top. Instead, the hate and envy is at an all-time high. Who am I talking to? The hate and envy is at an all-time high. Who am I talking to? The division is at an all-time high. Men and women don't even want to date each other is at an all-time high. A lot of our children are lost at an all-time high. Did I mention people crashing out? I probably did. People crashing out is an all-time high. So, people will continue to bite the hand that has fed them, unfortunately. That's how I see things. It will continue to happen. But we must realize that we cannot save everyone in this season. Everybody is not ready for this awakening. Everybody is not ready to be chosen. Everybody's not ready to walk this light, have this light and walk with it every day. And we have to realize them backstabbing us was a gift from God. And we thank him for that. And until the next video, guys, go to sleep with a dream and wake up with a purpose. Peace.